Hey everybody, this is Larry Everett with Hyperspace Beacon, and just now at Gamescom 2015 in Cologne, Germany, EA gave a press conference and also released a new trailer for the expansion coming to Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights of the Fallen Empire. And there is some interesting reveals in here, and what I'd like to do is just take a few moments to point those out to you. Let's look at this first scene, this very first scene. We have to rewind it here just a little bit. All right, go back to the first scene. And you see there's a couple of people I want to point out right up front. Obviously, we have our main villain here in the spotlight. That's Emperor Valkorion. Then we have his son, Archon. And I'd also like to, well, obviously we have his guard. That's seems to be a common theme that's going to be popping up throughout the game. And by the way, this is all in-game footage. I should point that out. This is in-game footage. This isn't the CGI trailer that we saw last time. So, moving on, we also have the Jedi Knight, which we see throughout this trailer. And right here is Darth Mar. Now, I'll get into a little bit more later, so let's go ahead and keep going forward to see what we find. I'm going to pause it right here and let you see this. This is a pretty good close-up. This is in-game version of Emperor Valkorion. We saw him in the trailer before, the CGI trailer by Blur. Now we see him in-game. This is what he looks like. This is the planet Zakuul. We've seen some of the images from Zakuul. We saw some concept art from it, and this is the planet Zakuul. This is where the Empire of the Eternal Throne is, I guess, home-based, and this is the first time we really get to see in-game footage of what Zakuul looks like, but this is all obviously from space. And what's really, really interesting, and I'm not sure exactly where we're headed here. I'm assuming we're headed to like some sort of citadel where the throne actually sits. But this is all above the clouds. It's really a kind of interesting look, like there's a bunch of spires and whatnot. Anyway, moving on. Don't know what that explosion is about, but there it is. I should point this out, and let's just pause this here. The Outlander is the new name that has been given to every single character, player character, I should say, in the new expansion. So we're all the 8 class stories are combining into one and becoming this Outlander story.
Galactic War. I've carried many titles into combat. Only one matters now.
This character right here, I'm assuming is Valen. We don't know for sure. Because it hasn't been announced yet as of the recording of this video, but we assume that this is Valen. This is Emperor Valkorion's daughter, and the reason why we believe that it's Valen, or why I believe that it's Valen, is because of the lightsaber and kind of her look. She has a very different kind of look than anybody else that we see in the trailer or in the game so far. I'm not sure what this little battle is about, but it's definitely in-game footage because we see like this little shuttle here that we've seen that in-game multiple times. So it is definitely rendered in-game. And that is one of the guards, obviously the Imperial Guard that we see, the Zakuul Guard we see throughout this trailer and throughout all sorts of other things from the game, from the expansion. This character right here, we've seen her before, and she has looks like she has a different character model now. This is Alana Beniko, and she has a red lightsaber, completely red lightsaber now. It was like the blood red lightsaber before, and it is kind of a new hilt for her. She's obviously wearing a different outfit, although it calls back to her former outfit. Yeah, and she seems to be a little bit of a badass in here, and so glad to see that happening. Back there you saw, we saw Darth Mar, and here this is an interesting image as well. So in the back is Imperial soldiers, and then at the very front looks to be a Republic troopers. So this seems again to be a situation where the Empire and the Republic are coming together. Now, I don't know what this scene is from. Maybe it is like the prequel to it, and it is showing that the Empire and Republic are trying to defend themselves against the Zakul Empire, or I don't know. Don't know what character this is. But he's really neat looking. Assuming he's wearing white, so he might be a Republic soldier, but I don't know for sure. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you get this costume. But anyway, moving on. This scene appears to be Lana Beniko, because we know this from the experiences at E3. We know that Lana Beniko is the person that frees you from carbonite, and this scene appears to be that scene. So we see Lana Beniko up front, and then I'm guessing that this guy right here is your character, frozen in carbonite. Okay, well, here's this scene again. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, other than we see Arkan, the Jedi Knight, and Darth Maul again. Here we see the Eternal Throne. Clearly, it sits way above the planet of Zakul, and because you can see the whole planet below, it's really quite spectacular. And again, this is in game.
You do not have to stand against me. Instead, I will share.
Okay, so there's two things I want to point out here that seem to be very important. First, it's Valkorion asking you to serve him, basically. He said he'll give you everything, or all you see, if you only kneel. And I'm assuming that is, and since they put this in the trailer, I'm assuming that this is a huge and pivotal moment in the storytelling of Knights of the Fallen Empire. So, huge choices here. I mean, I think that this is very like Mass Effect level of choices. So I'm really excited to see that. The second thing I'd like to point out, this is the same scene from before. So there's a little bit of a change here. We see Arkan in the same place that he was before. We see no guards, and most importantly for me, we don't see Darth Maul. Where did he go? And I'm going to speculate. I'm throwing this out there, see what you guys think about this, but I think they killed Darth Maul, or something happens where you have to choose whether Darth Maul lives or dies, and I think that is exactly what happens here. Anyway, that is the big, huge monsters reveals. There were a couple of other things said at Gamescom. First, if you subscribe to the game before August 10th, they will give you Nico Okar as a companion, just like if you're a subscriber before the 31st. Apparently they extended it to Gamescom. There you go. So August 10th, you can get Nico Okar as a companion. Then this also comes out. The early access to the game is October 19th, and the actual game itself releases on October 27th. Let me know what you think of this video. If you like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If there's something I missed, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you're interested in what I do here at Hyperspace Beacon, you can support us by going to patreon.com/hyperspacebeacon. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.